Look, I don't agree with a lot of his policies. I was very unimpressed with him on inflation. He obviously didn't give a satisfactory answer to the guy who owns the restaurants about, I can't find people to hire. So he clearly still is tripping over, I think, some of these economic issues.
All right, guys. So literally nobody watched Biden's town hall, right, on CNN a few nights ago. And quite honestly, guys, as much as we laugh about this stuff and we make fun of the fact that CNN is a failing news network, right? This is not a good thing. And I'm going to explain to you guys why it's not a good thing in a few minutes. But I do want to go over some of the numbers and the viewership in regards to how many people actually gave a damn about Biden doing a town hall, right? And you would think that people would be tuning into this considering skyrocketing inflation. We have a border crisis. There are threats of more lockdowns, right? All types of things that are going on in this country that I think that American people should, pay attention to, right? And for whatever reason, they're just not. So, again, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, but let's go over the numbers here, because, again, they lost to Fox News and MSNBC, right? Think about it. The President of the United States on a major news network giving a town hall answering pressing questions, right, that American citizens have about all types of stuff, right? All the things I just listed. You got to throw crime in there too. All types of things that affects Americans. They would rather watch Fox News and MSNBC instead. Wow. I mean, I'm just speechless. Let's read here. CNN Wednesday night, a town hall with President Joe Biden in Ohio barely made a ripple in the cable news primetime ratings race as the network drew just over half of the viewers of Fox News and finished a hair behind MSNBC. So literally, there was double the amount of people watching Fox News at the same time that Joe Biden was doing a town hall on CNN. I mean, like I said, man, this is just terrible. Deadline, citing Nielsen ratings, reported that CNN pulled in an average of 1.46 million viewers between 8 p.m. and 9:15 p.m. when the president was on stage in Cincinnati. That's a 58% drop in viewership from the previous CNN town hall with Biden this past February, which drew 3.5 million viewers. Wow. Over the same 75-minute period, Wednesday, Fox drew an average of 2.76 million viewers for Tucker Carlson Tonight and the first part of Hannity. The latter program featured a town hall with Florida Republicans, including Governor Ron DeSantis, Senator Marco Rubio, Representative Maria Salazar, and Miami Mayor Francis Serrao, discussing the ongoing pro-freedom protests in Cuba. So again, it gets even worse. Fox News had their own town hall with Hannity, and you have Governor Ron DeSantis, who, probably has a good chance of beating Biden in 2024 if, he is the GOP nominee. Most people would rather watch that. They would rather watch what's going on in terms of the crisis in Cuba than watch the President of the United States. It's sad, man. It really is. MSNBC edged out CNN for second place among the big three cable networks, drawing an average of 1.7 million viewers for All In with Chris Haynes and the first portion of the Rachel Maddow show. CNN did top MSNBC by 100,000 in the coveted 25 to 54 viewing demographic during the town hall, netting 297,000 of that audience to 197,000 for MSNBC. However, both channels finished well behind Fox, which drew 475,000 demographic viewers in the 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. period. Overall, Fox News won primetime Wednesday night with an average of 2.36 million viewers compared to 1.63 million for MSNBC and 1.28 million for CNN. In the 25 to 54 demographic, Fox averaged 400,000 viewers, while CNN drew 279,000 and MSNBC poured in 209,000. The town hall, moderated by CNN anchor Don Lemon, was held in a half-empty auditorium at Mount St. Joseph University. Pictures tweeted by members of the traveling press corps showed more than a dozen empty rows of seats at the rear of the venue, while the audience was clustered in the first few rows for the benefit of CNN's cameras. CNN spokeswoman Laura Protopis told the Post late Wednesday that the audience size was typical for a CNN town hall. Oh my God. So they don't have the excuse of saying that, well, we just don't want to fill up the audience because of the pandemic. They don't have that excuse anymore, guys. So literally, people just didn't show up, right? You couldn't even get people to show up for a town hall with the president of the United States to ask him questions and to listen to him talk about the most pressing issues in this country. Guys, it's sad. You couldn't get people to show up in person, and you couldn't get people to even watch it on TV. Guys, this is bad. Okay? This is objectively bad for our country. Guys, it's never good when you let the guy in charge do what he wants to do without anybody ever paying attention, right? The fact that the Democrats are okay with having somebody in power and they don't really give a damn about what he does, they just blindly trust him to run the country because he's not Trump, that's frightening. That's frightening. You should never put blind faith in anybody, right? Let alone a politician, especially a politician. You should not put blind faith in that person. But the Democrat Party, guys, the Democrat voter base has put blind faith in Joe Biden to run this country despite, again, rising gas prices, rising food prices, again, inflation all over the place, border crisis, crime being up, okay? All kinds of things going on. And for whatever reason, the Democrats, right, are like, we'd rather watch Joy Reid, right? Like, what? What? I don't get it. I really don't understand it. Why would you not tune in to watch the President of the United States speak? I mean, again, guys, I'm just saying, like, it's concerning, right? Because the right wants to make jokes about this and say it's funny. And again, it is funny to a certain extent that Joe is so boring, right? Like watching paint dry, that people don't even want to listen to him. But guys, he's stumbling and fumbling and bumbling all over the place. Anybody, the average person that actually hears Joe Biden talk about the issues can clearly see that the dude is just mentally incapable of stringing together a coherent sentence. He's just mentally incapable. And that's something that you want the American people to be exposed to. They need to see that, because that's going to be in their minds when they go vote and be like, okay, in 3 or 4 years, do we want an 80-plus-year-old man in the White House who can barely string together a coherent sentence? Okay, a lot of people are going to think about that. But see, if they never see it, if they're never exposed to it because they've checked out, then it's not going to matter as much, right? This is something that the American people need to see. And the American people need to see that this man literally is just not mentally fit to be president. Also, on top of that, what was interesting is CNN, they actually fact-checked Biden, right? Because Biden said something that I'm not even going to repeat it because I'm super paranoid about YouTube and the vaccine stuff. That's why I don't even try to talk about it that much, right? Because I'm not playing that game, okay? But Biden said something that was clearly misinformation in regards to the pandemic, the vaccine, the virus. Clearly, right? Overtly. I mean, just like clear, plain as day. CNN actually fact-checked him on their Instagram, right? Where it was like, what Biden said was just not true, right? I was pleasantly surprised by that CNN did that. I just was. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's stuff like that, guys, that, if Trump was in office, the American people would have been exposed to it, and then the liberal media would have, fact-checked Trump, and then, again, all the people, the normies watching it would have been like, oh, Trump's lying, blah, blah, blah. Biden can lie and be fact checked. Nobody cares because nobody's watching it. So again, I don't think this is a good thing that people are completely uninterested in Biden. That means that they're ignorant, right? And you don't want an ignorant voting base in this country, right? That's how Biden can get reelected, right? Despite, again, clearly not being mentally fit for the job. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.